Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be resetting for the month of July. So we are going to kind of recap or close out the month of June and then plan and prep for the month of July. I will share a little bit about our July finances in this video, but I already did a dedicated video for our July budget, so I'll link that up above. So today we are going to start out similarly to how we started out last time, but instead of doing a high-low favorite fun fact, we're going to do a high-low favorite and a quote, because I got these quote cards recently and I want to kind of talk about them and use them and share them in today's video and in future videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So regarding my high for the month of June, I would say that my high moment probably was, I would say my niece being here. My niece came home with us from Myrtle Beach, which is where my sister's wedding was at the end of May. So she's been here for over a month now. And I would say, even though she comes every year, I would say this summer is hitting differently because not only am I off of work for the summer because I work in public education, my husband is also off of work for the summer because he works in public education. So we spend like all day, every day together unless I'm filming or doing something. So I would say that's been my highest moment for the month of June. So for my low, I would say dealing with the pool. So because my niece is here and we were kind of thinking about like, okay, well, we can go out and like do things to entertain her and of course do things at home, but you know, like game nights and things like that. And we were kind of talking about going to the pool and going here and there. And we just were in Walmart one day and we realized that above ground pools were like $200, $300. So we went ahead and we purchased one, and we don't regret the pool purchase. However, if you think you can just go through Walmart or wherever, put an above ground pool in your cart and go home and assemble it and that's it, you're sadly mistaken. Your ground has to be level. Sometimes you have to have a fence, and there are different, regulations if you live in an HOA, or there's a lot that goes into it. You have to purchase chlorine, which is high as a kite. You have to purchase shock and all sorts of different things. And I would say it being unlevel was probably low for us, the low moment for us, because it was just so annoying trying to get the ground level. And it was just a lot. So eventually we got it up and we've been enjoying it, but it definitely was a headache. And I don't even want to know what our water bill is going to be for next month. So anyway, stay tuned for that. For my favorite moment in the month of June, I would say probably the little road trip that we went on. Little is probably not a good term because it was a large road trip, but I wouldn't say it was just a road trip. It was probably how many people I connected with along the way. So basically we had a wedding in Memphis, Tennessee. And so we kind of went to Nashville. We stayed in Nashville and explored it, and then we went on to Memphis and we watched the couple get married. Of course, Michelle was in the wedding, so I got to meet up with Michelle, who I haven't seen since before COVID. Then we met with friends. So on the way back, we stayed in Birmingham, Alabama. We had friends who live in Alabama come meet us there and we hung out. I also had another friend date. So I would say this past week. So I had a friend date literally the day before we left. And then I also have another friend date tomorrow, which is the last day of the month. So I would say all the friend dates. Okay, so now we're gonna read a quote. So I went to this event recently and I won a gift. I actually won a planner that kind of came in the package with this, along with a candle and some other stuff. But I'm gonna give the planner away. I already burned the candle already, I'm pretty sure. But it has some quote cards in it. Now, the company is called Dutch and Deckel. If you want to look it up. Is this zooming? Is this focusing? Come on, you can do it. Yeah. The brand is called Dutch and Deckel, and they sell planners and all kinds of stuff. So look them up if you're interested. But the day that I shared these with you guys when I got back from the event, I read the first quote and I think it said, "Do more than just exist." And I was not really happy with that quote because I was thinking I would read one of these like every day or whenever I wanted like to learn about a new quote or something, because there's a bunch of quotes in here. But I was kind of off put by that quote. So we're gonna read a quote together and we'll see if this resonates. I'm reading this because I want to know if this is something that I needed. This might be something I need to hear. Hello, are you still on? Where did my camera go? What is happening? Hello, I don't know what's happening. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Oh, it is still on. Why did my camera go away? Okay, so disregard this one because this is the one that I opened and I didn't like. So we're not gonna read that one. But what I was saying is, I wanna see maybe this quote that I'm about to pull, maybe this is what I need to hear, maybe this is what you need to hear. So let's pull it. The greatest adventure lies ahead. I don't think that's for me. Well, you know, I am job hunting. So maybe, you know, maybe that's for me. You know, I don't really know. But we're gonna put these on the bottom so that next month, or maybe in like random videos, we'll pull from these. Cause I feel like if I don't do this in like a video, then we probably won't do it. You know, so I'm just gonna put these on the bottom and then next video or next month or whatever, we'll just keep pulling these cards until we've read all of them. I don't like to do more than just exist when it's not a vibe. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the high, low, favorite, and the quote. So now, should we do goal setting or should we do our finances? I think we're gonna do our finances. So let's go ahead and we're gonna move back here to my desk. Well, it's my makeup vanity / desk. I knew that when I purchased it years ago, like probably 2 years ago, that it would be dual purpose. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna reconcile our budget for the month of June, talk about our goals, what goals we met or didn't meet, and then we're gonna talk about the month of July. So let's go do that. By the way, I recently purchased these headphones. They're called Soundcore. No need to scout the interwebs for affordable headphones because I've already done the work for you. So I found these on Amazon and they were like $50. If you catch a sale, you can get them for less, like 40, but they're noise canceling, affordable. They definitely cancel the noise. I mean, there's an app that goes with this so you can connect the headphones and kind of adjust your audio further. I highly recommend them for the price point. I have had Beats and other headphones in the past. I don't really remember how they worked or whatever, but all I'm saying is if you're looking for an affordable, like I would easily have paid maybe like 100 would be max that I would pay for these. So the fact that I got them for under $50 is pretty much a steal. So anyway, I'll have these linked down below in the event that you're interested in them, but I didn't list them as a favorite because I definitely would say my time with all my friends and whatnot was more favorable than these headphones, but I do love them. They are probably my favorite, maybe my favorite purchase from the month of June. So what's about to happen now, like I mentioned, is I'm gonna sit here and reconcile the budget for the month of June, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so we did pay our car insurance, we purchased the wedding gift, we actually just gave a cash gift, finalized our June travel plans, invested $2,000 towards our additional retirement plans, invested 15% of our paychecks because we do still get paid over the summer. We paid our credit card. We did not cancel Uber Plus, Uber One, whatever it's called, because I forgot. And I actually think I'm going to keep it until the end of summer. We decided to keep Walmart Plus and we paid for it. And then we did not research, well, we did research landscape materials, but we didn't purchase any. So landscaping is kind of on the back burner. And then we decided against the cruise and we did not purchase the patio materials or supplies, but we did, of course, book our Tennessee and Alabama hotels. So that's kind of like our June goals and intentions. For our June calendar, this is where we kind of just map out all of our paydays and bills and things. So we paid all of our bills, and we decided against upgrading Netflix and Amazon Music, so we didn't do either of those things. And then this is our budget. So really, the only thing worth notating is that my husband's paychecks are a little higher now. We did pay ourselves more from the business, and then in Georgia, we each got $2.50 as like a gas stipend kind of thing, because gas prices are so high. So we weren't expecting that money, so we basically bought a pool with that money. So you'll see that our water sewer bill was higher than anticipated, because I did not have that bill when I did the June budget. So I just guessed, and that was way off. So it was definitely way more. So we were over here, and then the shopping was over. But truth be told, it's really like subtract 500 from the 2890, because we counted that as income, we also had to count it as an expense. So all of that money went towards the pool stuff, which we put as a part of shopping. So really, we spent like $2,300. We are over like $300 in shopping, and then everything else is pretty much the same. We did get our truck repaired. That's another thing to notate. So that was an expense that we didn't expect, but for the most part, this is our budget. And we do an every dollar budget, so our income and our expenses are the same, because we budget for all of our funds. So this is kind of the same old as it is every other month. But yeah, this is how we did regarding our June budget. So for the month of July, like I said, I already did a budget on this. If you want to kind of see more detailed information about it, but this is what July is shaping up to look like. So I want to share a pivotal moment for me for the month of June. I just want to throw this in here. And I think the pivotal moment that I had in the month of June, which I typically do have some kind of pivotal moment or some major learning experience, like on the regular. But I think for June, to me, I was thinking like, because we've been living a much slower life during the summer, I guess I was just kind of thinking like, we're not working during the summer, but yet I still feel like we always have so much to do and a lot on our plate, and specifically me. So I'm thinking like, I don't feel, even though life is slower and I can kind of come and go as I please right now, I don't really feel like I'm doing drastically less than what I would be doing if I were reporting to work for 40 hours per week. Like, I feel like I'm still, like, it still just didn't seem enough for me. It doesn't seem enough for me, I guess. I don't know. So I was just thinking, which kind of inspired my rant. And I was just thinking like, I guess all of my thoughts led me to going inward. And I was just thinking like, so when does enough become enough? When I talk about enough, I'm talking about like money, material things, and like stuff like that. Like, when does enough become enough? Because I was saying that I think that if you go beyond enough, there's a fine line between enough and greed. And so I guess I was thinking like, I mean, we have enough. Like, we have 3 cars, we have a home that has enough space. Like, we just have enough. So at what point do we stop working towards, like, I know people don't just become a millionaire and then they stop earning money. That's not how life works necessarily. But I guess what I'm saying is at some point, some people may get into this system or rhythm where they're just going and going and going and going and not really realizing that they really don't have to go. Like, I was realizing that, I'm not saying I'm gonna quit YouTube or anything, I guess, but what I'm saying is I really don't have to like be so consistent on YouTube. Like, if I just want to upload whenever, I'm pretty consistent. So if I want to upload once per week, then that would be doable. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, when does enough become enough? Because I feel like we have enough, we earn enough to eat, to get gas, to meet our basic needs and even some of our wants. So when does enough become enough? I feel like we all have to be mindful of that. I know some people think I'm nuts, but I'm just saying, like, at what point does enough become enough? Do we just get into this habit where we just keep working and working and working and working because that's just all we know? Or, I'm saying, like, there has to be a time where many people realize, okay, you know, like billionaires as an example, at some point they have to realize, you know, like I actually have enough money to live off of for the rest of my life and for future generations. But I'm sure billionaires just keep going and going and going and going and going, you know? You get what I'm saying? So we kind of relate that to people who earn a lot of money. But what about the everyday person? Like the everyday person who is looking for, it's kind of like, let's say you had a job that paid $40,000 per year, and that wasn't quite cutting it. Like you're not feeling like you're living the life that you deserve with 40,000. So you go after a job next and it pays 70,000, and then you're like this is really doing it for me. Like I'm getting my needs met and my wants are being met. At what point do we stop trying to achieve more and more and more? Do we go for the $80,000 job, the $90,000 job, the $120,000 job? At what point do we say, you know, actually, I'm comfortable with where I am right now. I'm happy with where I am right now. My basic needs are met. I'm able to get even some of my wants met. At what point do I just say like, hey, I'm actually just going to coast where I am right now. I'm not going to be spending every moment, you know, looking for a new and better job opportunity, or looking at the newest cars on the lot, or looking for bigger houses, or looking for, you know, other opportunities. At what point do we put our foot down and we say, this is enough? This is the life that I have been working towards. This is a life that's comfortable for me. So that was a pivotal moment for me in the month of June. I'm still trying to sort through all of my feelings, because I do feel as though we are at a place where we should definitely just be coasting, if I'm being honest. I don't think that there will come a time, unless we had like 10 kids, where we couldn't live off of our current salaries and have our basic needs met. And I think, you know, for me, and how that relates to me is because I'm always looking for what jobs are out there. You know, I'll leave a job in a minute. So I'm always looking for what jobs are out there and what opportunities are out there, and things of the sort. And so, but why? So we have to sometimes ask ourselves, why are we doing this? What's the point? And so for me, I'm just kind of like, well, what's the point? Anyway, that was a pivotal moment for me. Let's talk about our June goals and how we did with them, or didn't do, and our July goals. Okay, so for the month of June, I wanted to lose 5 pounds. Pretty sure I didn't do that. Now, I will be honest, I haven't been consistent with getting on the scale, but I did get on the scale like yesterday or the day before, and I hadn't lost any pound. Like my scale will tell me. So that's the thing. I have an app, like a smart scale thing, so it'll tell me, even if I don't like actually, I guess, keep track of my weight, it'll tell me that how much weight I've gained or lost since my last weigh-in. So I don't really know when my last weigh-in was, but it didn't say I lost 5 pounds since my last weigh-in, or any pounds. So therefore, we're gonna X that out. In the month of June, we were going to read 5 chapters of Will, which is laughable to avid readers, but I had to be realistic. But here's the thing, my husband and I binged Will. We actually lied in bed for like 3 days straight, and my husband read the book aloud because I was like, well, we could each lie here and read this book quietly to ourselves, or one of us can just read. So we kind of took turns, but my husband mainly read the book, so we finished the Will book, which is wild. Next up, I wanted to study for my clinical exam. If you do not know this, I will be sitting for my clinical exam in the month of July, at the end of July, and I was supposed to be like studying for it and have not. So you'll see what I plan to do in the month of July, but for now, didn't meet that goal. I wanted to get this loan paper signed, didn't do that. I wanted to secure 2 sponsorship opportunities, did do that. And just to elaborate further, I actually shoot for 2, because really I shoot for 1, but 9 times out of 10, so there are times where I don't have any sponsorship opportunities in any given month whatsoever. But if you're wondering why that likely is, it's probably not because a brand didn't reach out to me, it's because it fell through. So sometimes brands will be like, oh, actually, hold on, we are pushing it back a month, so we'll resume next month, or something like that. Or let's say a brand sends me a product to try out, to then share and be paid for that. If they send me the product and I don't like it, then I can't share it. So therefore, that sponsorship opportunity then falls through the crack. So I actually shoot for 1 and want to have one at least, but I accept 2 with the expectation that one of those or maybe both of those are going to not pan out. So just to further elaborate on that. But I will say, income wise, if I did have two sponsorship opportunities easily replace the income at my full-time job. So that feels very comfortable for me, even though that's not something that I'm looking to do in the near future. It does seem like it's just like a comfortable thing. I don't really know how else to explain it other than it really does feel comfortable to me to know that 2 of them, it's just how my current fees are set up. Next up, we wanted to complete the patio makeover. I will say we have everything but a few things. And the few things are really curtains and curtain rods and all of that, and they cost a lot of money. So it's hundreds of dollars just for the curtains and curtain rods. So we have not purchased those yet, but really those and like a plant, that's really all that's left. So maybe it might be getting done before the end of summer, but I don't really know as of right now. Next up, I wanted to book June travel accommodations. Did do that. I wanted to go on 1 solo date. Did do that. 1 couple date. Did do that. 1 family date. Did do that. And then I wanted to complete all home projects, which we did not do. So that's just, things that we wanted to do for the month of June. Let's talk about the month of July. Okay, so for the month of July, I want to lose 2 pounds. Clearly 5 pounds isn't working out, so we're just gonna shoot for 2 pounds. I want to study the DSM, or like basically read the DSM. I'm told that there's really not much studying that one can do for the clinical exam, so maybe I will just study the DSM-5. I don't really know. I really don't care. Like, whatever knowledge I've gained over the years, whatever knowledge I gain up until I go take the exam is all that, like I'm just gonna go take it and hope for the best. So fingers crossed that I pass my exam. I will let you know if I do. If I do, I will then reach what is technically going to be the highest level within my career, because I'm not planning on taking my career beyond an independent licensure. So it'll be a pretty exciting day, provided that I pass. If I don't pass, I'm actually not going to be sad to fail. I'm going to be sad because the test was $260 and I'll have to pay another $260. That's not going to be fun. I want to submit that same form that I keep talking about that I never submit. I'm going to do it in July, I promise. I want to secure 2 sponsorships, which actually, really, I just need to secure 1, possibly, because I already have 1 that's going to go live in August. So, like right now, I have 2 going live in July, allegedly, and then 1 is supposed to go live in August. So technically I just really at this point need to secure 1 of them, provided that one goes live in August. Brands, like, we kind of move with what the brand wants, so they could very well be like, all right, let's launch in July because we're ready to go, because we have to submit these videos so far in advance, submit this content. Or they can say there's a holdup, let's submit in September. I want to go on a date with my niece, which is tomorrow. I've planned a little date day for us. And no, not tomorrow, July 1st. It's July 1st because she did such a good job. She does such a good job with helping with our dog, and like for overnight little quick stays and stuff like that. Just otherwise we would have to board her and pay money anyway. So I want to celebrate her and take her on a little date, especially because I'm assuming she's going home in the month of July. So I want to go ahead and get one last date night in with her, day in with her. I want to complete the patio makeover. I feel like it's going to be, something to purchase the things that remain. I'm sure it's going to be like $300, which, I mean, considering we have a pool now, we have our furniture and all of that, I'm feeling like just going ahead and finishing it, but that's still a lot of money, but we'll see. I also want to complete home projects. When I say home projects, I mean like there are things that we need to do around the house that we have put off for I don't know how long, to include touching up paint, changing out all the light bulbs. Well, we've been slowly changing out the light bulbs. They're expensive too. So we've been slowly buying light bulbs and changing out those. We need to finally hang our frames or whatever above our bed, just like things we have some shelves we need to hang. I need to retouch up the laundry room from when the holes were patched in there and redecorate the laundry room. So hopefully we'll get those finished in July. Also, I want to either find a new job or to figure out what I'm doing with my life, because I don't really have any real intentions of going back to my current job. And I'm sorting through my feelings surrounding that. Again, so here's the thing. It's kind of like a trick. So I feel like people in education get the summers off for those who are taking off the summers. Not everybody chooses to not work in the summer. And then you have time, lots of time to kind of recoup, get your life together, but then you still get thrown back into the same disheveled chaos and dysfunction, which is toxic. So I guess what I'm saying is I've definitely been given a wonderful break, and I'm energized and ready to take on the kids and students of my zone in my district. But the fact of the matter is I'm going to go back and I'm going to be annoyed by the same types of things. So I kind of need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life, because if I were going to not return, I would love to give a month's notice, which would mean that by July I would need to have this figured out, because, you know, anyway, I need to figure out something with my life. And I also want to relax to the max in Miami. My friend and I are going to Miami. Our little cousin, my little cousin may be coming, and her friend, I'm not really sure, but my friend wants to go and she invited me, and we've just invited other people because we've gone to Miami with other people before or on trips, and you know, it would be cheaper, but my friend invited me to go, and so we're definitely going to go. But normally when I go to Miami, which is my favorite place in the whole wide world, I don't know why, probably because it's chaotic but near the water, so it's fine with me, and it doesn't take a long time to get there because I do not like flying. I fly, but I don't love it, and I don't like being like, I just don't really like, you know, some people want to travel to like Paris and here and there. I don't want to I don't want to do any of that because I just don't like flights and being away from home. I'm ready to come home after like 3 days, so I just love Miami. Anyway, I just want to relax. I want to turn up, of course, because I'm chaotic and that's the life that I live. But for the most part, I just envision, you know, us being able to connect, because we haven't seen each other probably in like a couple months. It's not been that long. Or maybe like, I feel like it's been like 3 or 4 months. And just kind of vibe and chill and relax and do all sorts of water activities and things. So I will be thinking of everyone whilst in Miami. I think my next reset video is gonna have to go live like the day that we get there kind of thing, or I may even have to film some of it while there, which would be convenient because I could maybe like plan while we're traveling there. Anyway, those are my intentions and goals for the month of July. Okay, so let's look at my June mood board, because I just like, my favorite part about digital planning is being able to kind of memory plan and scrapbook, which is something that I've done my whole life. I've always loved, you know, creating in that way. And so my favorite part about digital planning is that, of course, we're all taking pictures nowadays, so I can just import photos into what I'm calling a mood board, and, you know, just have the best moments or the best of June of each month in my planner. That's fun for me. So I think even if I didn't use a digital planner, I would still do this because it's just, you know, and then you could like print it off and make like a physical scrapbook or notebook or something for each year at the end of the year if you wanted to do that. So let me show you my June mood board. So this is my June mood board. This is me at a planner event, Planner Stack, me in Memphis. Finished the wheel book, so I imported it in here. Photo of me and my husband. Did lots of bike riding in June. Solo picture of me, a picture of me, Michelle, and a subscriber who recognized us at the wedding. Small world, right? Lady, my dog, and my husband. Headphones. These were the temperatures for much of June. This is Miami. Like basically, this is to kind of signify like travel plans and stuff that we made in June. Me and Fancy. You guys, I hit 80,000 subscribers in the month of June. How exciting. This is just a screenshot from Sleepwatch where I track my sleep. Me and the bride, love her so much. And what else is on here? Oh, I'm currently obsessing over These bar stools, so these come from Target, and they're upholstered, and they have that wood element, which I love. Natural, more specifically. It helps warm up a space. So if you're going to do a light color or have like a lighter neutrals and stuff in your home, lighter neutrals, I feel like you have to add some kind of pop of color some kind of way, and an easy way to do that is using wood, greenery, you know, that type of thing. So I'm obsessing over these, and they swivel, which is why I need them. And then I saw that they had matching dining chairs, so now I'm kind of obsessing over both of them. But here's the thing, I want to go, I think maybe today or tomorrow, to pick up one chair, one bar stool. I want to bring it home. I want to try it out. If I like it, I want to go ahead and get the other one, and then get the dining chairs, and then sell our current set. But our current dining chairs are worth so much more than these chairs. These are about 100. Our current chairs are worth like these may be worth 130, and our current chairs are worth 260. So if I sold all of our chairs, because we have 6 of them that we don't use, then we would make a decent profit. Even if I sold them for much less, like half the price, we would still make a profit for selling all of our items and buying these. So that might be a thing happening in the month of July as well, but we'll have to see. I kind of just need to see if I like these, and then, you know, go about selling our other chairs and whatnot. So stay tuned on that. Okay, so that's kind of how I get my personal life in order for the upcoming month. Pretty much, like, I mean, there are a few other things that I do, but that's pretty much the extent of it. But I want to walk you through what I do for the side hustle or the business. So currently, my side hustles include social media and Etsy. I am in the process of kind of phasing out Etsy, as we all know, and kind of not doing Etsy anymore. So I don't have much to do for Etsy, because I'm not, you know, thinking of ideas. I'm not creating content or designing anything. I'm literally just filling orders in my shop and just kind of, you know, phasing out that whole thing. So I'm not doing anything with Etsy. So that leaves social media. I am on YouTube and Instagram. I'm a YouTuber and I'm an Instagrammer, but I don't actually plan out any content really for Instagram. If a sponsorship opportunity pops up, I'll take it if it aligns, of course, and then I'll do that. But that's like if it comes up. I don't actually actively plan out any content for Instagram. It's not a thing for me. However, YouTube, I do plan all the things. So each month I actually go into my content tracker, which is here, and I'll share that with you. Actually, I'm going to cover up a little piece of that. Yeah, I'm going to cover up that. So I'll share. Can you see? Yep, there you go. So this is my content tracker. So I will come in here and I will write out all of the videos that I intend to post on YouTube, or that I want to post on YouTube. So I'll write out all of my content ideas for the whole month. I try to post twice a week, one on Sundays, a video on Sunday and a video on Wednesday, or something like that. Really a weekend and then a midweek. So I do that. And then I also plan out the days where I'm going to create the content, when I'm going to edit the content, and when I'm going to post the content. That is really helpful for me because I have other stuff to do. I mean, if I'm just being quite frank. So in order for this to even exist, I have to be kind of intentional about what I want to do and how I want to show up. So I really like doing this, especially too, if a brand slides in the DMs or in the emails and they are talking about a sponsorship opportunities, I can say like, hey, I have this video, like this is the video that I'm planning to film already, which is 99% of the time. It's very unlikely that I'm going to film a whole video for a brand that I wasn't already planning to film. I'll tweak it, of course, but I'm definitely not going to come up with some brand new video idea it's unlikely. So I can say like, ooh, I have this video coming up, so I can already shoot them a concept back in no time and see what they have to say about it, and normally they're good with it or whatever. But that's one perk why I like doing that. And so that's what I like to do as we go into the new month. Plan out filming days, the videos, filming days, editing days, and publishing or posting days. And then the other thing that I like to do, I have to reconcile my business income and expenses. So I have a platform that I use where I enter in all of the income from the month, all of the expenses from the month, the business income and expenses. This helps so much for tax season. All I have to do is literally print off everything. It kind of gives me like this report thing of all my income and expenses that I entered in, and then I just take it to my CPA and that's it. So I'm not going to be, you know, every 3 months trying to scramble and enter in all the income and expenses, or at the end of the year. Absolutely not. I do it once a month. So that's really how I kind of recap. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I really don't do much else. I will say, I do love getting my nails done. I like having my hair done. So if I have a sponsored video coming up, I will try to coordinate it so that I have like a fresh hairstyle before I film that sponsored video and send it over to the brand or whatever. Or if I have, you know, I try to kind of coordinate, I guess, my hair and nails to kind of match up with the type of content that I may be filming, just so it may look fresher or whatever the case is. But it's just something I would do personally anyway. But I will say, I definitely would drag out nails and hair longer if I were not creating content. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's really all the planning and prepping that I do for my side hustle stuff. I just like to be organized. I don't have to be like severely planned out. I'm not scheduling any photo shoots. I'm not emailing brands, you know, to collaborate. I'm not doing anything. I just kind of wait and see what happens. If nobody reaches out, then I just don't have a sponsored video, and that's just that. But I definitely still have my content nice and planned out, so I can be a consistent queen, because we love one of those. So that's it for the business planning portion of this video. Okay, you guys, so I guess we have come to the end of this video, only because I'm tired of talking and I'm out of water. So if you want to know how much I've been talking, this is how much I've been talking today, which is a lot. So since I'm out of water and I'm tired of talking, I guess we're going to end this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, or if you haven't already. I see you, girl, helping us get closer and closer to 100,000, aka a plaque, which I'm excited for. I will be very excited when I hit 100,000 subscribers and get a plaque. So we're gonna keep fighting the good fight, and we'll get there soon. So that is it for this video. If you like it, give it a like. If you're new, which many of you are, thank you. If you like what you see, which if you made it this far, you probably do, then go ahead and subscribe, girl. So that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.